Hello, everybody. This is UderJelf911 here for Spec Ops: The Line, Chapter 1, The Evacuation. Now, one little thing I want to point out is that in that little introduction cutscene just before here, the first time we see our squad, or, well, our characters, the shot of them against the horizon, like a profile view, I really like that shot. It reminds me a lot of some of the shots in Kagemusha, the Kurosawa film, if anyone's ever seen that. Now, one little random thing about this game to keep a note, because this is really cool actually, considering the rest of the game, is the very first thing we see going into the city is a stop sign. And by the end, that actually has some different implications than what you would immediately think.
Come on, let's just find a way down.
Now, I believe, yes, circle is vault. The first trophy you can actually get in this game, just to note, is one called Deer Hunter, which I'm sure is a reference to the film Deer Hunter. Shoot one of these down here. I don't know why that's there, but it is. So let's just rappel down into the city. One other thing to watch out for in this game, this is our first instance of it, but we are rappelling down. Just watch the amount of times in the game that we keep going down. You will see more of that as the game goes on. Now, the beginning of this game is not very good, to be honest. And the controls are not very good, and the shooting is not that good. Everything in this game is kind of mediocre or average in terms of actual gameplay. But we'll see why that actually works to the game's advantage by the end. The cover mechanics in this game are really bad in particular. They are very sticky and not responsive enough, and this game also has regenerating health, which is just, in general, just something I do not like.
Leave it alone. No one's out there.
And what the fuck are we doing here?
Lugo's got a point.
Oh, you taking his side now?
When he's right, he's right.
Hey, Command wants us to look around, we look around.
I don't know. Sounds like a waste of 3 stone-cold, ruggedly handsome Delta operators such as ourselves.
Think of it as a paid vacation.
Well, for future reference, I prefer my beaches with a 3-to-1 sexy lady dead body ratio.
Lugo, do you ever actually hear the shit coming out of your mouth?
Now, for pretty much everybody who noticed that probably already, the main character, Captain Walker, is voiced by Nolan North, who is most notable for Nathan Drake in the Uncharted games, which I'll get into the Uncharted games probably at another time in terms of my opinion of them. And also he does the voice of Nolan North in Saints Row 4, which is, I always thought that was a funny joke in Saints Row 4, but that's not... Saints Row 4, completely different tone. We're not going to talk about that here.
Any idea who?
Now, our first intel is over here.
God damn.
My name is John Conrad, commander of the 33rd Battalion, husband of Elizabeth, and father of Jeremy. If you are reading this, the desertion of the 33rd is undoubtedly no longer a secret. I have failed my mission. Worse, I have failed my men. If any of them be found alive, let it be known that they are innocent. As their commander, I forced them, under extreme duress, to stay in Dubai. To disregard their orders, I alone am to blame.
I forget if every piece of intel in this game is has a voice recording, or if some of them are just text.
Putting it lightly.
Body looks fresh.
It is. Even worse, he's 33rd.
Who did this?
Probably the same people been ghosting us.
It doesn't answer the question.
Don't worry. I think we're about to find out. My name is Captain Martin Walker. We're looking for survivors.
Why? So you can kill us too?
You speak Farsi? Maybe we can understand each other better. Agar in Turim half bezanim.
Good call, Lugo.
This could go south
ما
real
قاتل
fast, Walker.
نیستیم. سرباز
shit.
آمریکایی هستیم.
Any
اینجا
ideas?
هستیم که کمکتون
See that
کنیم.
bus over there?
نه
It's
تنها
filled with
نفرای
sand.
خراب دوزی
Push
میکنن
comes to
اما
shove, shoot
ما
out the windows.
میکشن.
Might give us an
The
advantage.
damned? Hey, یعنی the damned 33rd?
So yes, this is one of the main the gameplay gimmick, you could call it, of this game is the sand, but it does have the problem of being really contextual, not really used to its full advantage to help make combat more strategic or anything. Really kind of underutilized, but an interesting idea, and I am really bad at shooting, guys. I'm not very good at these kind of games, to be honest. In fact, I'm impressed that I actually beat the game on the FUBAR difficulty, which for anybody who does not know stands for fucked up beyond all recognition. I believe it has one other thing it can mean. I don't remember. I just know that that is one of the things it stands for. Another thing the game does, and I've got to get used to these controls again, is that there are sort of tactical things you can do with your squad, but it really isn't anything in depth. It's kind of generic and usually just kind of a bit silly, I would say. The sort of gimmick is that like you can aim at your guys and stick them on them, and they will attack. Though, again, not really important to the game, not really used very much in gameplay as like something that you need to really utilize. You've got to use it a bit more in like the harder difficulties, but even then, sort of not a big feature. One thing to note about this game that is actually really interesting for games like this is that there are no infinite respawn points to my knowledge in this whole game. That right there that just happened, that execution, get used to that type of thing. That actually is pretty important for the game in a way you wouldn't think.
What was that?
I'm picking up a distress call.
Part of what I really like about this game is that, unlike a lot of games, it really uses the interactive nature of video games to tell its story, which is not very common today. A lot of them kind of have, even when they do sort of interactive stuff, it's more of a choose-your-own-adventure type thing where you're given a binary choice and you kind of got to make your decision. Spec Ops: The Line never does that. It never does anything with like button prompts coming up on the screen. It is very much like Silent Hill 2, which I consider another one of the best games ever made. In terms of the way it kind of the game. See, there you go. Control's already screwing up on me. No, don't do that. That's bad. No, don't. I've been playing a lot of games where the change weapon button is circle. So I got to get used to it being being vault here. What was I saying earlier? I was saying something earlier. Yes, one of the things about this game that's kind of shocking me is that I was able to beat it on the higher difficulties, because from what I've read, a lot of people think that this game, and it is unfairly difficult, this game is actually kind of hard in a lot of unfair ways. Though infinite respawning is not one of them, thankfully. Because a lot of people say that these are harder than like the Call of Duty games on Veteran, which I am not a Call of Duty fan at all. In fact, I think a lot of them, I think most all of them since the fourth one, are kind of disgusting. Now, a lot of that does have to do with this game, actually, but even so, I did try to play, I believe it was Black Ops on Veteran, and that game is unfairly difficult because of infinite respawn and stuff, so I'm surprised a lot of people consider this game more difficult. I guess the controls are kind of, because they're sticky, not that good. I don't know. Also, as you see, we just equipped a silencer. Stealth is not a big part of this game, though that is actually kind of a good thing, I would say, because stealth in video games rarely works that well. I can't really think of any examples of where it's been really good, at least that I've played. I've never played a Thief game, and I never played Dishonored either. I have played the Metal Gear games, which, for the most part, do stealth very well. I think Metal Gear's problem lies more in the fact that it's kind of overwritten, like, though I do think Metal Gear does have really good characters, though I think it's just kind of overwritten, sort of soap opera-y type, anime ridiculous stuff, though that is part of the charm, too. I really like Metal Gear Solid 4, actually. A lot of people dislike that game because of its change in style. Why did I put the silencer on? A lot of people dislike that game because of its change in style, but I actually think that the game has, because of the way everything is kind of built to where it is possible to stealth, it is possible to go through guns blazing. I think the game is built very organically to stealth, actually, but, you know, that none of that actually matters right here because we're playing Spec Ops: The Line. I might do a Metal Gear game eventually. I don't know. I'm not very good at any of them. I completely comparing this game to Silent Hill 2 is actually very good because ammo in this game is remarkably uncommon. A lot more so than you would think. As you can see, our main rifle already down low, so we've already got to switch weapons. This game does force you to switch weapons a lot, which I do think, as far as gameplay goes, is really good. I do not like the running in this game. I think it is kind of bad. Now, our second piece of intelligence is right here.
And wheels are up. Thank God this is the last one. Whoa, wind shear. No problem, bro.
I don't know. Nadar and Tass weren't great. Think we should have waited?
No chance. These people are paying 4 times norm to get out quick. If they ask for a refund, it'd be our asses.
I can feel the wind shear.
Holy shit! Is that sand?
Fuck. Storm on our 6.
I've never seen one that big!
Expedite climb. Pull up, Eric. Pull up!
Shit! The engines are choked! Gotta flame out! Engine 1's gone! Fuck! Check engine 2! Check!
Well then, yes. I always remember this part. This part really gets me on those 2 harder difficulties, where the enemies are right behind you coming up the stairs. Because if you just charge up without turning around, you're probably going to get killed almost immediately. Oh, hey dude. Yes, this game is also, gameplay-wise, very hard to comment on, because I don't really want to get into it right now, but the game is not really fun at all. It is quite unfun, quite unhappy, but we will get to all of that, all the horrible things in this game that happen later on. Right now, let's pretend like we're having fun. Let's go out here and should probably pick up something like that. Though granted, that doesn't give me very good ammo either.
Stand back! I'll kill him!
Shit! Got a hostage situation.
Alright, calm down and let him go.
Don't come any closer!
Hurry up, Walker.
Target neutralized!
Neutralized!
You're gonna have to talk fast, boss. He's fading.
We're here to help. Just stay with me, alright?
Forgive me. They took McPherson. You gotta find him.
We will, but I need you to tell me where they took him.
They took him to the nest.
Nest, alright, good. And what about Conrad? Is he still alive? God damn it. Lugo, mark the bodies on tack. Adams, check outside for tracks. I want to know what the hell is going on in this city.
Got multiple tracks headed north.
Then we follow him.
Not to argue, but this ain't exactly within our mission parameters.
Yeah, well, our mission went from recon to rescue the minute we found U.S. soldiers butchered.
Bucking orders. I like it.
Orders ain't worth following if it means leaving people to die, Lugo. Conrad's still alive. I think he is. I know he'd agree with me.
Tracks end here. Guess this is the nest.
Yeah, it's quaint. Very post-apocalyptic.
Just don't get cocky. Remember, these guys already took out 4 soldiers and kidnapped them.
So I will see you all in the next part where we will do Chapter 2, The Dune of Spec Ops: The Line. See you guys then. Bye-bye.